Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a quick update on the Trails Carolina story that I've been following regarding the death of the 12-year-old boy on February 3rd, less than 24 hours after he arrived. I apologize for my voice. I'm a little horsey today, but that's okay. We carry on. I also forgot to take disco ball down, so don't mind the dots. So I'm going to read you a story from NBC News. And I would like to give a big shout out to the TTI mom. She is on Instagram and TikTok. She is a mother who sent her son to a TTI program and has been speaking out about the atrocities of the industry ever since. She's a warrior, and I appreciate her very much. So we're going to check this story out. Let's do this. So I can read it. Hey, Kristen and Jay, how are you? Nice to have you here. Yay! So I want to read this story for everybody. Okay, North Carolina report finds wilderness camp failed to ensure boy was breathing. A state inspection report offers new details on the hours leading up to the 12-year-old's death at Trails Carolina, a camp for troubled adolescents. Also, for anybody that does not know this, there is a boy who also passed 10 years ago. His name was Alec Lansing. He had run away from the program, and Trails Carolina did not tell authorities for 12 days. So when they found his body, he had passed from hypothermia because it was winter. Staff at North Carolina Wilderness Camp Therapy camp failed to check the 12-year-old boy was breathing during his first night at the facility, a state report released Tuesday found. The boy, who has been identified in law enforcement records only by his initials, CJH, I know his name, but out of respect for his family, I will not say it on my channel because he was 12. He was found unresponsive at 7:45 a.m. on February 3rd at Trails Carolina, a camp for troubled adolescents in the western part of North Carolina. Pardon, Thomas, right, get in the way. A staff member told law enforcement that they believed the sleeping arrangements had a lot to do with the boy's death, according to the report, and that suffocation is always possible if the equipment is being used wrong. Another staff member, also unnamed, of course, told law enforcement he believed the boy suffocated and that the camp was responsible for his death. The report stated. A statement of deficiencies report from the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services concluded that staff failed to provide proper supervision to the boy, who was physically healthy when he arrived on the afternoon of February 2nd. Now, I also want to remind people or let people here know that didn't already know, this boy was gooned. And what gooning is, that parents hire a third-party agency who transports the children to the troubled teen industry programs because they don't believe their kids will go with them, or their kids won't go with them, or they just don't. And there's a lot of reasons. We don't blame the parents here because from my own personal experiences, my father was also victimized. In fact, parents are people who the TTI programs prey on. They prey on the emotions of the parents, and they use the children as units to get the money from the parents. But this boy was gooned, and that means that he woke up in the middle of the night in his bedroom to find either 2 or 3 large men. I'm not sure what the situation was there. I want to say that it was 2, but I don't want to give any false information. There were 2 men there, and they woke him up and they told him that he could go the easy way or the hard way. So they took him in. He lived in Manhattan, and they flew him to North Carolina. That's interstate child trafficking, but that's legal. And was dropped off at Trails Carolina. They said that he was very distressed. Of course, he was distressed. He didn't know where he was going. The men don't tell you where you're going They don't treat you with any sort of humanity whatsoever. And when you get to the place, it's shocking. So that's how he arrived at Trails, Carolina, just for some backstory. Okay. In a response sent Wednesday, a spokesperson for Trails, Carolina called the state's report inaccurate and misleading in many respects, noting that the boy's cause of death is yet to be released. Statements by anyone beyond those with authority and direct access to specifics of the autopsy are nothing more than speculation, she said. Can't remember her name, but I will get it for you. In a plan of correction included in the report, the camp said the state had previously approved this sleeping arrangement used for the children. And they're talking about a bivy bed, which I will explain in a moment. The state did not respond to questions about its regulation of the sleeping arrangements or whether it plans to change any rules. Medical examiner's report is still pending, the report said, but preliminary results indicated the boy's death was unnatural. Very important. A spokesperson for Trails, Carolina has said the death appeared to be accidental. There were 2 staff present in the room where he slept. The state health department has suspended admissions to Trails, Carolina, and said last month it plans to revoke the camp's license, which would force them to close. It also fined the program $18,000. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because that's disgusting. $18,000 doesn't seem to be worth the life of a 12-year-old boy. Trails, Carolina submitted a plan of correction this month detailing how it will comply with state regulations laid out in the report so it can keep its license. The department has not yet made a final determination about the camp's license. I'm not going to go into the rest of it. I will go into the thing about his death, but I do. So they were founded in 2008. There are 4 Trails, Carolina programs. 3 of them are in North Carolina. 1 is in South Carolina. The kids that they send there are kids on the autism spectrum, ADHD, bipolar, PTSD, and those struggling with depression and unruly behavior. Now, I want to speak to the PTSD. Kids might go in there with PTSD. I know I did, but when I left, I had complex PTSD and a broken soul. So Trails, Carolina routinely placed kids in a sealed bivvy with an alarm on the zipper overnight when they first arrived. And a bivvy is a zip-up sleeping bag. Apparently, the one that they had was broken. The lock was broken, so they zip-tied him into the bag and did not check on him the entire night. The department's here, let me just finish this. Trails, Carolina routinely placed children in a sealed bivvy with an alarm on the zipper overnight when they first arrived until a therapist deemed they were safe to sleep without one. But therapists and the executive director at the camp were unfamiliar with the bivvy sleeping arrangements, the report found. 2 parents told the state inspector they did not know children were required to sleep in a bivvy. The camp had previously required children to sleep in a burrito, in which they were zipped into their sleeping bag, then covered with a tarp, but told NBC News it changed to the bivvy system last year. It's the same thing. They can change the words all they want to. It's all the same thing. The department's licensing inspectors concluded that the sleeping arrangements did not provide dignity or respect to children because it's also on the floor of the room, and there are bunk beds around them with other children in them. Violating state regulations, the state also determined that Trails, Carolina had failed to properly document medication disbursement and violated clients' rights by restricting the campers' communication with their parents and screening all incoming and outgoing mail. That's normal. That's actually normal. We're not allowed to speak to our families. We're not allowed to write or receive letters that are not read beforehand, ingoing or outgoing. The boy who died also asked to call his mother shortly after he was arrived, but was not allowed to do so under the camp's policy, according to the report. So, hi, Nadia, Lala, Joanna, Deb, Cosmic, Brendan. Hey, kid. Good to see you. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you. So the reason that I find this to be very important is that South Carolina is actively working to have their license restored, and that can't happen. And hey, Jamie, thank you. I also believe that we're going to have to look into legislation in the state of North Carolina and find out what their regulations truly are. And if they're not safe enough for the children, then I believe we need to protest. We need to go and speak at the North Carolina State House and demand new legislation, because if politicians keep saying that children are the number one priority in this country and continue to do nothing about the troubled teen industry, child trafficking, abductions, kidnappings, you name it. Oh, I know, mass shootings in schools. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm just not. I won't be quiet. I will, without a voice working properly, will continue to speak out on this. North Carolina cannot have their license reinstated. It's unacceptable. No more children need to die because people want money from parents who are vulnerable because their kids are acting out. Okay, teenagers act out. I mean, really, they act. Every teenager acts out. Ever think of hormones? Living situations, a pressure at school, bullies. There's so many things the kids have to navigate. And then you take, a certain portion, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of kids a year, because I don't have a total estimate of how many. Thank you, Lala. I will continue until I can't breathe anymore to speak out for those of us with CPTSD. I'm trying to get used to saying that. It's a lot of letters, but that's okay. Now that I found my voice, I'm using it. And I just was so disturbed by this. And like I mentioned before, the TTI mom, she's phenomenal. And I know that a lot of parents get attacked. I, as a survivor, get attacked by other survivors or I guess people who attended, who find that it just worked for them. And I don't discount anything that works for some kids, but when it's by and large, okay, the statistic that I talked about the other day, that these programs really only have about a 30% rate of children who actually have problems. Well, that's talking about RTCs, the residential treatment centers. That's the drug rehab. Only about 30% of those kids actually have drug addiction problems. So 70% of those kids, including myself, are sent there for behavioral issues or underlying learning disabilities or you being on the spectrum, right? And it reminds me back in the day of the sanitariums that people would send their kids to if they had any kind of abnormality, mentally, physically, in any way, and just throw them in there for their whole lives. And I cannot, in good conscience, sit quietly and let this continue to happen. So when I heard the TTI mom's TikTok about this, I went and checked the article and read it and decided that I had to just throw my hair up and get on here and talk about it really quick. And that's all I have. But if anybody has any questions, since I did a live stream on this, I meant to record, but I'm super happy to have everybody here. If anybody has any questions about the troubled teen industry or my advocacy or anything like that, I mean, you can watch my videos. That's great. I'm all for it. I watch my videos and I do so to try to get used to seeing myself on camera so that I don't feel insecure when I am on camera, fidgeting with myself all the time. The more I do it, the more comfortable I'm going to feel. So that's really the only thing that I had to say was I wanted to talk about this boy, that the fact that he had asked to call his mother and was denied was in. I knew the thing about being in the bivvy with the zip tie. I also know, hey, Surviving Together. It's another great channel. It's my girl Mac, and she has a great channel called Surviving Together, and that is for part of the SAS community, and she is all about supporting and discussing with survivors of SA. Very proud of her for that. I forgot what I was going to say though, because I'm still getting used to the live stream thing again. But I'm serious about looking into the legalities. I'm going to speak to the people at Unsilenced and ask them if we know anything about the laws in North Carolina, and if we can go ahead and put an advocacy group together to look into this, and if necessary, go and protest and request hearings and speak at the hearings. Yes, so Mac meet Lala, Lala meet Mac. Lala is one of my good girls. Our little family, one of my sister wives, as it were. It's hot in this room. I'm probably just, oh, well, you provide a safe space, and it is, and you're a good, calm speaker. You don't get as emotional as I do when I speak. But, you know, I've only known about the troubled teen ministry for a little bit over a year. If you could imagine waiting till you're 52 years old to find out why your life was completely a disaster, because you have no social skills, no confidence, no belief in yourself, no trust. And I'm just, yes, thank you, Jamie. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I forget that all the time. Well, yeah, I don't know how to do this on screen here. Anyway. Kind of appreciative that you all showed up. I didn't even warn you that I was going to go live. I guess I maybe did notifications go out, because that's really awesome. Notifications went out. Also today, I'm going to do the second half of my. I do believe that 52 is the average age for essay disclosure. The only reason that I said anything about my stuff from 4 to 6 is because when I was 15, is because it was actually dragged out of me in my troubled teen ministry programs. So I guess that's actually one good thing that came out of it. I'm glad that you got. Oh, yay! That's so awesome. What'd you say? Oh, good. Yes, Deb's good people too. She's another one of our good girls. We moderate Will's channel. Well, the Film the Police LA channel. And it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me, this community that's growing between people with CPTSD due to childhood trauma, childhood SA, all of those. North, baby. We love you. Can't wait. Is it 2 days so you can change that name? Because that's not true. You are very important, and that's got to go. So we have Mac and I that do our trauma-based channels. We have other friends. A lady named Carol, and her channel is Needing a Meeting, and that was based in recovery, but as it's gone along, it's become a wider trauma. It's just general support group, and they use Restream, so you can go on there as a panel and talk. Hi, Donna. Long time no see. I'm happy that you're subscribed. Oh, you're a bad girl? Oh, okay, Cosmic, you better send me the pictures, because last time I think you went to the beach, you didn't send me pictures, and I was a little salty about that. Because, everyone that knows that I need to put my feet in the ocean and have my feet sink into the sand so that I could feel grounded with the earth, because I'm Donna, I want to know who told you you're a bad girl. And if you are, then you're in the right place, because this is the house of bad girls. And I guess that would, some of you will get that, this reference. I guess that makes me queen bee. No, just the queen of the island of misfit toys. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry, Donna. One more day. Yes. Well, I'm sending you a lot of love, Donna. And I'll share with you that when I was at S8 as a young girl, at 4, I was teased about it by this group of boys for about 5 years. They would taunt me, and the words they would say, I can actually say on here, although it's going to be difficult for me, but I'm going to do it. I would be walking down the street. Now, I was 4 to 6, okay, when this happened, and they continued it. They continued it until I was about 9. I think I didn't have to see them anymore. Whenever these boys would see me on the street, they'd look at me and they'd ask me questions, and they'd say, did it feel good? Did you like it? Repeat it. I was a kid. I was a child. Did I like it? No. Did it feel good? No, it didn't. I was too young to understand what was happening, right? And that was just vile and disgusting. I found out, and in the live that I'm going to be doing, yes, humiliation is the worst part. It's the worst thing to recover from, and it is a continuous trigger. And since, unfortunately, I have humiliation from the boys who SA'd me, I also have humiliation from my time in the troubled teen industry. And we would literally do the game, or as they called it, where I was the circle every single day. So you have to sit in the middle of a room in a chair, surrounded by a circle of chairs while everybody screams. I know. Why did you want to go to Bora Bora? I would love somebody to take me to Bora Bora. I'm just saying. I think I'd rather go to like Fiji or Bali, maybe. That's better. Yeah. A lot of us, I think, are blamed for being assaulted. I can speak on that too. I am also a survivor. It's all right, Anik, you're here. What are you sorry for? There's no sorry in this spot. We don't do sorry. We don't do sorry. We just do thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. I didn't plan this live. Actually, I saw something that provoked me to do this video, and now we're just chatting. Well, I want to go to the Pacific too. Yeah, we did. It's kind of a weird inside joke. Somebody offered somebody a trip to Bora Bora, and it's a silly story. Anyway, I'm just, and I want you guys to, if you're on Instagram or you're on TikTok, I want you to check out the TTI mom, and it's _TTI_mom. She's really great at speaking out and advocating as well. We love, yes, here, I have this. Oh, so bad at this comment right here. Yes, we do. We need to take the things. Now here, I'm gonna put this up here, because I want to go to the Pacific too. And I really wish Pika was in here right now, because she would be all on board with this. I want to go to the Pacific Ocean too. I prefer, as far as hanging out at the beach, I would rather go down to Florida, because it's my favorite spot for beaches in the States. But yeah, I love LA. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Todd. Hello. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so impressed by your skills with resin. By the way, everybody, Resonate here, Matrix Rabbit. His name is Todd. He is an amazing resin artist. He's currently making these beautiful dominoes. And I just want to give him, hey, Steve-O. Gosh, I miss you guys. I really do. I miss you all. It's good to see you. So yes, two families meet. This is my family I met through the lifeboat. Not verses. It's not verses. The family I met through the lifeboat. Meet the family I met through activism, thanks to Streets LA, Mr. William Good. I'm really happy to see these two communities intertwine, and I can't wait until my TTI survivors and advocates can also be a part of this community. The great thing is that I'm actually really, yeah, see, this is he. I'm still waiting for him to make me. He's searching for a. He's searching here, right here. Yeah. He's searching for a pie mold or a slice of pie mold, because I asked him if he could make me a slice of like apple pie out of resin, and that's in honor of our friend Stephen Westby, who passed away uh, last month. Last month. This is the part of the community that hardly anyone gets to see. We have all built a really strong bond and friendship behind the scenes, and all thanks to William. It's true. It's 100% true. And I do, buddy, I love you. You're silly. But yes, it's okay, because there's no judgment here. It all goes to show that evil cannot get the last laugh. Girl, yes. You're getting sick. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm going to put this up here for a couple minutes just because. So Anik, Surviving Together, Todd, Stephen, we all met through really through the SPTV community. Brought many of us to a channel called The Lifeboat, which is a connection channel. So it's about a human connection, right? And that really resonated with me. And several of us have branched off to do our own things. There are many channels now, so many that I'd have to get a list right now, but I don't. I'll put some in the description. That's what I'll do. And some of us have become really good friends. Some of us met a person. Some of us talk on the phone. And some of my friends live in Japan, Israel, a lot of people in Australia. Love my Australians. You know Tommy, Nadia. Really? Get out. Okay, now we have to put this up because darn right. Lots of love to Vicky, Tanner, and Ted. And Vicky Spokes. Steve Spokes too, but to the parents, we love you. And she's probably not watching this, but she's at work, but she will see it later. So look at this. Look at this, you guys. Nadia is from my Streets LA community, from the protesters community, and she knows some. So that's amazing. I mean, because they have intertwined. So that was my point. Many of us that came from the lifeboat were introduced to the lifeboat from Aaron Smith-Levin and his Growing Up in Scientology channel. I am one of those people. I watched Aaron, I think, for 3 years before even knowing. I think it was the second time that Tommy was on Aaron's channel that I was like, I'm gonna go check out his channel. And when I was watching Aaron's channel in the beginning, he didn't do active protesting. He did everything, from the studio. So then I got introduced to the lifeboat, and then I started to. Hey, cat. There, kitty cat. How you doing, sweetie? So, and then I started being introduced to people that were. I'm trying to remember. It was before Aaron went to LA for sure, but Will was the first person that I watched. I have been following Will on Twitter for 4 years because I was very involved in the protests here in Detroit when George Floyd was murdered. and I protested. I marched 100 days in the summer with Detroit Will Breathe. I'm very proud of that. No kidding. Yeah, so the interwebs make the world a very small world, but the fact that the subsections of a streaming channel also is a very, very small world. And I think this is good. That's really good. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Things have changed. Calhoun is now the captain of the lifeboat. He's doing an amazing job. Yes, that's it. That was it. Thank you, Donna. Yes, he did. And he also did have Will on. And that's when I started to realize that he had a Scientology YouTube. And I started to be introduced. Serge is another person who I'm a huge supporter of. Really, I'm hoping. Mandy! And speaking of, we've got next Mandy McGee. And they are one of Liz Ferris's very good friends and my favorite mod over on Liz Ferris's channel. I'm going to be appearing on Mandy's channel this week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mandy. Is it Wednesday at 1 p.m.? I believe so. Oh. Okay. Oh, you might. Okay. Thanks, Todd. Are you not feeling well? Is that what's going on? Let me go back. I want to see what's going on with Todd. Okay. Yep. See, 1 p.m. Pacific. So it'll be 3 p.m. Wait, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern is where I live. Thank you. You're feeling better. You weren't feeling good. Okay, that's important. Very excited to appear with Mandy on their channel because we have a really good getting to know each other relationship. I feel very comfortable with them and also feel very comfortable. Liz Ferris's channel, Liz Ferris and Carrie themselves and the community over there are wonderful, and it's all about positivity and love, even though Liz is an ex-Scientologist who protests in Sacramento. And she's actually getting ready to go to Austin, Texas to get together with Pearl Snappy. We're very excited about that. And I can only speak for me when I say super jealous that, oh, that's a good question. Give me 1 second and I will pull that up. Mandy, you can drop off here. There you go, everybody. It's a great name, isn't it? Or the Great Gatsby. What a great name. But I want to put a clickable link in there for everybody. And I don't know how to make anybody a mod in StreamYard, or I would have done that already. Thank you for your patience. Please stand by. Here it is. I got it. There we go. There is a clickable link. Should be from me, I think. I don't know. I guess I should look into making mods, but I'm not really worried about that just yet. Unless somebody wants to. I know you're not going anywhere, Todd, and I appreciate you. I very much appreciate you. Yes, I'm sorry, Lala, that I didn't remember to tell you all about that, but this weekend was competition weekend, so it was a long one. I sound like this. Thank you. Touch the person's name. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for subscribing now. This is just getting greater. Oh yeah, great. Thank you for subscribing to Mandy, Donna. That's awesome. I got stars on. Do I right click on their name? No. I'm feeling like a dummy. I feel dumb. Oh, that's all right, Jamie. You're amazing. Aw, thanks so much, Kat. It's great getting to know you. I know it's only been a few days and I've been absent a little bit this weekend, and I apologize for that. But my niece comes before everybody, and I don't apologize for it. So where to get? Oh, so then through the through the protesting community, I got to know the ladies in here. Our good girl on roller skates, Kat Ocean, Jamie Fierce, uh, who else? North, Nadia. We're we all, because of this one right here, this is Lala. She created the Good Girls and Guys Discord server, which I basically live in. It's an amazing community. And Jay, I'm sorry, I missed our little sister. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Auntie Jen apologizes. This right here, this is our secret. She's our secret weapon. We love our Jay. This girl, man, so good at research. So good at research. Love you. I know I saw Brennan in here before. I don't know if he's still here, but that is Jay's boyfriend. And but and I don't have my Discord open to if anyone's interested. I'm sure one of the ladies and Deb. Sorry, I forgot Deb. I forgot you were here. LA Deb 14 also. She's one of our. She's another mod for Will and is also part of our Discord server. And what we do there is we support the streamer, and we also work behind the scenes to get information about people that are attacking the protesters. We also get help to get information on the cops that are involved in situations. Usually Will is right on top of that stuff because his brain is just like it's like an encyclopedia of law enforcement. It's amazing. But we have a lot of fun over there, but we go through a lot of grief in those live streams, man, because there is drama between chat rooms and protesters streams, and it's silly, but if there's anything that I've learned in the last almost year, surviving the obviously she loves research because I'm not showing what other. I was going to be a paralegal, but I couldn't get through the course because the professor wouldn't stop hitting on me. And that made me really mad. So I quit. But that's what I've always done with everything. I just quit. Absolutely, Deb. Please do. Absolutely. DM me whenever you want to, and I'll answer you. We'll talk. I'm absolutely always available. Oh, and if anyone wants to email me, it is in the description of my channel, I believe, but it is between the cracks, and let me do it for you. It's BTWNTHA cracks@gmail.com. Yesterday was wild. Thank you, sweetie. Look, I'm taking compliments, Max. So do I get like for taking compliments and not like doing the things that I do and other people do? No, I'm getting more used to this. And the reason I'm getting more used to this is part of it I attribute to Will because he's out there so much. And I take a lot of strength and confidence from him. Maybe I just steal it right away from him. No, I mean, I gain it. He empowers me to fight because he does it every single day. And he doesn't have to do this, but it's important to him. It's the most important thing to him. So this is the most important thing to me. And I also, I do and will forever be grateful to Tommy Scoville for being the first person to show interest in my idea of doing a YouTube channel. I'm going to take these down though. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I had to take my disco ball down. I had a disco party in here. I have two cats, and my whole apartment really is it's just a playground for them. Um, no, I actually I collect disco balls of all sizes, and I had a friend who lived in Canada, who lived in Toronto, and she had found me this amazing round pillow in the shape of a disco ball, and it was actually the same size as a regular size disco ball. I loved that pillow. Of course, that's gone now, but oh, good. I'm glad, Deb. That's really your sarcasm is palpable, but I love it. I don't care. Well, I'm glad that the stream and you staying busy helped, and I did enjoy and not enjoy the time that I got to pop in a couple times throughout the day and evening. And that was a really long stream. I think you did. I love you too, babe. I think that that was at least 5 hours. Yeah. Aw, let me see. I don't have any cats in here now, which is kind of a miracle. I'm good with it. Uh, but yesterday, Will went to the UCLA encampment and protest, and as everybody kind of imagined, yesterday was going to be the worst day because everybody have these watches that are like, telling you to time to get moving. Like I'm working. Don't tell me what to do. Yes, it is. It is draining. It is draining, and there is a lot to learn. Absolutely a lot to learn. Um, I'm super excited to monkey. Well, that's pretty normal for you. So you're currently suffering from cat paralysis. That's what you're saying. Got it. Um, but yeah, if anybody from the lifeboat Discord wants to check out the Good Girls and Guys Discord, that would be awesome. If anyone from the Good Girls and Guys wants to check out the lifeboat Discord, that'd be great. Actually, I need somebody, Steven, if you're still in here, you could send me a link to the lifeboat Discord server. I will rejoin. I accidentally left the server, and I didn't mean to actually leave the server. I just meant to mute the server for a little while I was taking my break from the world of the interwebs, and living in the how do you okay here. I'm sure that one of my ladies would be happy to drop a link for you. You know what? Are you Sharon, are you TKD for life on Discord? Because I guess I could look on my phone. This is really professional. Right? Oh yeah, can you copy and paste that? Oh shoot. Okay. Over here. Over here. You let me. I'll do it. One moment, please. Everything's acting weird. Is anybody else getting laggy internet today? I find it really odd. I don't know what. You have a different name on Discord, Donna? Yeah, well, yeah. Um, you know what? Well, I'll send you her. I don't know why I'm wasting streaming time. I'll send it to you so that she can get on there. And let's see where she is. I guess it's because it's been. Oh, here. I know I said I was going to stop doing this, but I'm trying to be thorough. There you go, Lola. I just sent you her name on Discord. So, excuse me. I just want to thank everybody for coming to this. This was, like I said, very impromptu, very emotionally driven, but I'm so super grateful that Moki, so cute. I gotta show you all this picture. Yeah, it's adorable. And this is Moki, everybody. She has beautiful cats. I have beautiful cats. Maybe running. Wait, what? I'll leave you running to give you some more flowers. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, buddy. Oh, and don't forget to go on Discord and send me an invite back to the, or actually, Anik, if you're still here, you could do that too. I appreciate the watch hours. That's awesome. I keep forgetting about these things because I am mission and purpose driven, but I realize now as time goes on and the more I am seen, the more I will be seen. And right now I'm the only weird. It's so weird. I'm the only person that I've been able to find on YouTube now. I've found things from a year to 3 years ago of people talking about troubled teen industry and institutional child abuse and child trafficking. And right now, I'm the only person on the big red button to be doing this. So yeah, it would be important. And I would really appreciate it if people would maybe leave a comment after the live ends. Check out my other stuff. Like it if you do. If you don't like it, please hit the thumbs down button. I don't mind. Feedback is feedback, and I appreciate any right now. I'm sure there's going to come a time where I'm not going to tolerate, well, I don't tolerate ugliness and hate. That's my number one rule. I am all about kindness. I lead my life in kindness, except when it comes to the leaders of the troubled teen industry programs that are worth multi-billions of dollars a year. But that's a different story, and that's also personal. So, but I don't allow any hate. There's no hate here. I don't hate. You can't hate while you're in my stream. Everyone's opinions are everyone's opinions. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. And I would appreciate not talking about that in the chats. I don't talk negatively about any other streamers, and I won't talk negatively about any other streamer, even if I have detractors or haters or trolls. I do know that I know that me and my sisters, we have some haters and trolls. Apparently, we're getting popular on Reddit, but that's cool. I don't even read it. I don't care, because everybody that knows me, which is pretty much all of you on here, I'll just play with them like a cat will a mouse. I'll just be swatting them around with my machete tongue, or I guess you would call it machete fingers, if I have to, and I'll do it very, very kindly. All right, Steve, I love you, man. Really, really appreciate seeing you. It's been a while. I miss you. Stay in touch. Yeah, I'm not going to go on a whole lot longer because I do have that other, the second and final part of the origins of the troubled teen industry video to record. I'm going to go live at 7. It's not going to be a really long live. I'm going to have to do a two-parter on my records because my sister asked me if I could pick my niece up from dance tonight because they're going to a baseball game. And yeah, everybody here knows that I can't say no to my niece. I tried. One time I said no to her because I felt like she was using me as an Uber, and I confronted her very lovingly about it. And then for like 6 months, she was afraid to ask me for anything. And I was like, you need to stop that because that's not what I meant. I just meant don't just contact me when you need a ride somewhere. Like our relationship is more than that. But so she gets out between 8:30 and 9. So I'll probably do about an hour and then have to split. That's not going to cover 191 pages, but a lot of it's repetitive because everything's handwritten, and then a bunch of the things that are handwritten have also been typed out because this was the 1980s when I was in. They still wrote. I'm kidding. I know everybody writes now. Maybe not everybody, but we all write now. But before I log out, I already shouted out everybody, so I don't have to do a shout out. But if anybody has any questions, concerns, comments, whatever, before we end this stream, I would love to hear that. And actually just realized that a meeting just started too, so I probably want to wrap up so that anybody that wants to go there can go ahead and head over to meeting. Love those people. Go say hi to Carol and Ben and our loving plant freak. I don't know who else will be on. Sometimes Rebecca goes on. I think Kara Smiling goes on. I used to. I might start again. I don't know. Like I said, I'm taking a break. And then after my break ended, I got really busy with advocacy out in LA. So if anybody has anything that they want to say, I will. I mean, whatever. The chat's been open, but I guess I'm putting a call for questions or comments or concerns or suggestions, whatever. If not, then I'm just going to go ahead and end this so I can get a fan to bring in here to record my other video, or I'm going to be melting. Thank you. I have no choice. I have no choice. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the best way, because I actually have purpose in my life and a mission, and I'm so happy to be able to speak on it because I'm not afraid, because I got my voice back. I'm not her anymore, right? I'm not her anymore. I'm not her anymore. I'm right here. This is me. I am her now. I mean, I know it's like ugly duckling, it turns into a swan, but whatever. I turned into a flamingo, so that's all. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You live me. You know what? I live you too, Nadia. I live you. No, I'm low key obsessed with all of you. I love you all. Yeah, you haven't been able to see me do one of my own live streams in real time until just now, and you get lucky enough to have 2 in one day. I didn't put anything on this channel for 2 weeks, and now I am just hitting it so hard because it's time and because I'm ready. So yeah, it was very nice to have everybody meet, actually. We love Jamie. Jamie is another one of our Canadian friends. Joanna's not in here. She's gonna pick on you. Hey, Joanna's not in here. Where's Joanna? She's sitting in the pocket. Oh, she's not. Okay. I was gonna say, man, that would have been upsetting. Okay, anyway, I'm sending all of you my love, and for the first time for most of you, I want to remind you that if you do one kind thing for one person today, and all of us do that, and we do it every day, we can change the world. Think about that. That's okay. I'll get her later. But just think about that. Think about doing something kind for somebody every day. Just one person. It's not really that hard to do. I mean, and you can do it even if it's on the internet or it's over the phone if you don't get out much. I have a lot of friends who don't really get out much, and people who live in remote places. So, this right here. Thanks, Jamie. I am reclaiming my life, and I'm building it in the image and the way that I want to live my life. And I will spend the rest of my life advocating and working in activism. Oh, I want this. Hi, Sharon. Our past straight mistakes and struggles are the stepping stones for others. Yes. And in that statement, Lala, you just summed up my purpose. My purpose was to reach one survivor who didn't know that the TTI existed. Guess what? I did that in the first 2 weeks. So now my mission is just to reach as many people as I possibly can. And if that means that I have to do the little fancy like, subscribe. Oh, okay. Joanna's getting the baby. Got it. So if I have to put one of those like, subscribe things and remind everybody to like and subscribe and share and leave a comment after the live, then I will do that. I didn't want to do that at first because I felt like, selling out. But, I think it's very obvious that this is purpose driven, and I will continue to drive this, hold on, let's see what we call this. Yes, we will get there. So, but I will continue to be driven, and I will never stop fighting to have all troubled teen industry programs that are abusive shut down permanently, and to change state and federal regulations to make sure that children are actually protected. I'm really sick of lip service. So that being said, I am going to log off now and get the rest of this stuff done. Wait, I'm not. This is important. I'm making a speech Tuesday at the Crisis Center, and my motto, and I'm titling it My Comeback Journey, Wish Me Luck. I don't think that you need luck, but I wish you success and confidence in your speech, and just picture everybody in their underwear. That's what I hear. Don't picture anybody in their underwear. Just stay in your purpose, and you'll speak from your heart, and it'll be amazing. But I do wish you luck if it makes you it's first time telling your story. Okay. Well, you're going to be great. And we'll continue to tell you that you're going to be great until you do it. And then we can't wait to celebrate and hear all about it afterwards. Okay, Dad? I mean that. It's very important. Look at this. Look at the love. See, this is what we're doing. And I love it. This is amazing. All right. So everybody shared everything that I keep saying goodbye because I feel, what? Today's Monday, right? Why is it telling me? No, today's Monday. Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful thing, Deb, about the communities that I'm involved in, is that we're all into being connected, right? We're all into being supported and lifting each other up. And it's kind of an unspoken thing with I'm about to leave in an hour. I got to put this up. If you know, you know. I'm about to leave. Isn't it called the Midwestern goodbye or something like that? When you say goodbye, and then like 20 minutes later, you're like, okay. Or in some people's cases, an hour later after they're still talking. But that's what happens, though, when you're really passionate about something. To stick up for myself and for Will, is that you're very passionate about something, and you really mean to log off and get away and go back to life, but you get going on things. I'm leaving in 10 minutes. It's true though. When you're so passionate, things come to mind and you want to share it, and you just want to keep sharing and keep sharing and keep sharing. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm not even going to apologize for carrying on. But my voice hurts now, so I'm going to take a break, and I am going to end the stream. But again, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for being kind to each other. Thank you for being kind to me. And remember to be kind to anybody that you meet, unless they don't deserve it. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Love you, babe. I'll see y'all later. Bye now.